Okay, this time we're going to try to show you how or demonstrate how I carve these faces on the corner, and the eyes in particular. I was going to do an eye tutorial, but I can't see doing an eye tutorial without the nose. The nose is actually part of it, part of the whole deal, and I've seen people carve a eye on a flat surface here, and that really it doesn't really show the way I want to show it. So anyway, this is a Pete Leclerc. This is a style, I would say, of corner carving. He gets way back here. You know, we just marked the bridge of the nose and the bottom of the nose first. The thing I want to do is just take this edge off of here, this sharp edge. We don't want any sharp edges on anything, and and also on the side here. I'm not going to put any ears on here on this one, but if you do put ears on them, you know, they're going to be over here on this thin part. So they're going to be over here on this thin part. So when you're there, you got to watch your hands on the back, because they will poke through and poke your finger, because you're getting thinner here. Here you got plenty of meat, and you're going to be let's say this much of it is going to stay. It's going to be the nose. So let's just say this is going to be the bridge of the nose, and this is going to be the bottom of it. And first thing we do, we gotta cut this, define where this nose is gonna go, and this bridge on the eye. Now this is going to go way back deep. Keep going back with that. And this area here is where your eyes are going to go. And try to make just a flat area here, so you can and so the eyes will, makes it easier to carve these eyes. Kind of make it neat. Yeah, right there. See how that is? That's pretty deep, and this is what we're trying to do here right now. So we're going to take, and we can kind of angle the bottom of this nose up a little bit on each side, like that. And down here around the side of it, that's going to be the nose. Just try to make it kind of symmetrical on each side there. And you can cut that with a knife, or you just use the a V tool, like I'm doing here. And kind of give you some clear around there. Let me see here. We want that to remain smooth up there so we can cut those eyes. And this nose is going to go way back like this. So you're going to have a center line here, and you want to have the bridge of your nose like that. And so I'm going to carve these like, throw all that eye in there how you like it, and then make yourself a mound. Like in here is going to be into the, it's going to be kind of deep in there. It's going to be like, so you want that on both sides. You want a deep spot in there where your eye goes down next to your nose. If you look in the mirror at yourself, it's a good way to do it. So I'm kind of starting out over here as a deep spot right there. Just take your little plunge cuts there and make that kind of deep. And okay, so that's kind of clean there. And I'm not sure you can see that, so I'm going to go ahead and use this marker here so you can see. Something like that. That's a little bit easier to see. And actually that's coming down there a little bit more like that. So and okay, from there you wanna, I'm trying to get this close enough to the camera to see. Just want to follow that line around like this. And on top of that is going to be your brow. Just make a cut around here. Follow your line. And right back down into the side of your nose. And then I'll go in here and just take this sliver out like that on both sides. And that's kind of a mound for your eyes, so you can clean that out a little bit and see, you can almost see your eye there already. And this is like this mounded up here, and down on the bottom. Let me clean this out a little bit here, and you can go right from the nose over to there. That thing's dried out. Something like that. Hoping I'm not getting in your way there. And you can do the same here like that. I just kind of take this over, make a stop cut, make a stop cut there. Take that little sliver out, and that little sliver out. And darn if you don't really already have a basic base for your eye right there. take that little bit out on the corner there. Hoping you can see this as and it's a good tutorial here. Let me see. I'm just gonna shape that nose up a little bit too, and I guess you could see what I mean about having the nose being a part of it. Let me just take that off the magic marker, and so down here in this corner, that's real close to the nose. I want to do a plunge cut again, and take that out. Okay. So there's your base for your eye, and that's your base mound there. And I just try to round it off a little bit as much as I can, back in that corner, down here, because this is going to make it easier, you know, because well, I paint my eyes, so you're going to kind of, it's a lot easier to paint if it's rounded and doesn't have any of those cut marks where you're going to paint at. So over here too, you just try to round it off here. Over in the corner, you know, you do your plunge cut and take it back in there a little bit, and the same over here. Take your plunge cut each direction, and there you go. So there's your basic eye, and up over top you can just kind of make, that's going to be your eyebrow. Give yourself a little bit of shape there for that. And this is number 11 gouge here. Just about maybe 3/16 or something like that. And so there's your little brow area there. And you can clean that out a little bit more too. And under the nose, you want to kind of do almost the same. You want to leave a mound here for your mouth to be carved on here. And you want to keep it up close, kind of close to the nose there. You don't want it to be way down, you know, and you don't want it to be like way down here or nothing. You want it to be up here around just a little bit below the nose. And come over like that. He's smiling, and bring it down here like this. And okay, let me go over that again with the like that, and you can make this mouth any shape you like. It's but this is basically how to make those teeth large. And large is better, it's more visible to see. And you can use this number 11 again here down on underneath the eye, and it gives it like that little bag that people have under their eyes, especially when they get to be my age. On that, see, that shows the eye there. And so this one's not quite as the same, but you can see there's a basic shape there. And every eye is different, and this is just one way that I do it. So you can see that there's an eye in between that, in that side of that mound. Let me just take this out a little bit more here. So, up here you can make these eyebrows. You can just go like straight across here, and this whole thing would be the eye down here. Or you could carve out an eye in there like I did here. So this is a good, let's keep it simple here and try to just make that top section your eyelid. Make a stop cut and then just carve out underneath of it like that. And this can be a little deeper over here. Right. And like I say, round it off a little bit so you can be easier to paint. So there's your other eyebrow, top eyelid. And it's a little tough to see this basswood. So I'll tell you what, let me squirt this with some water here so that'll make that a little more visible, and this also. So you can maybe see it a little bit more visible. This is your eyelid here, and there's your eye, and this eye goes down underneath of this bag here on the bottom, so you can deepen that up a little bit, and if it needs it, and so there's your eye. I mean, it's a bit hard to see in this camera. And you can continue this on how I did I usually just take a plunge cut out of the corner of this mouth. That gives you your depth where it begins on left and right side. So that's that. And you can take and make a stop cut all the way around. It's going to be kind of deep. And then all the way around here also, bottom section. And take that sliver out down to it, down to your stop cut. You can cut across here where these teeth, top teeth are. Stop cut there. Do a plunge where it meets, where they go under the top teeth. You want these bottom teeth to go under the top teeth. And this plunge cut here in the corner helps to show that. So, hey, hoping you can see these eyes here, how they're done. And I'm going to take this off just to get that marker off of there. Just light cuts is all you need for that. And so okay. You getting the picture here? Because you can clean this bottom out and just have like his tongue sticking out there, or I'm going to go around here and deepen this a little bit and let these teeth go up underneath of his lip. And over there to kind of go in behind behind. So this is a good way to practice carving faces. Is use a corner and down here underneath the mouth, you can just kind of make it look like a lip. You can do that with a gouge too. It's just whatever you're comfortable with. these deep gouges like the number 9 and the number 11 come in handy. See, now it's only taken a short amount of time to carve this. And if you're carving something in a round on a whole piece, say this would be the whole piece. Yeah, and you could carve some ears on here. The ears would go like up here to the top of the eye, down to like the bottom of the nose. Or you can make them any size you like for your own caricature. And just shape this nose up a little bit. Take any sharp corners off of it. And let me just round that top lip off a little bit with a little sliver, because you already got that. And I usually make a stop cut under the nose, and I'll go up here like this for to shape that up a little bit. So that's kind of good. This bottom has to go up underneath, like it's kind of going underneath there where this eye comes down here, and you want to take a little cut out of there to make it go up underneath, look like it's going up underneath. Just take your time on these eyes. That's probably, it's the one thing that all carvers struggle with in the beginning when you're learning how to carve. And it's good to just take a piece of this, any old piece of corner, any old piece of wood you got around. You don't have to make it a carve. Don't make it a project. Just make it a practice stick. And you can start carving eyes, and just start carving eyes or faces. You can do the whole face like I'm doing here. And going around that lip off there. And I'll have a chin down here. And then the chin usually goes up to the ear, where the ear's bottom of the ear. Something like that to give it that face look. And then just keep going over and cleaning up as you go here. And so for these top teeth, I'll just kind of start here and make a stop cut to the other side, and then cut in between just looked up here and that video has stopped automatically for some reason. But I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here. So anyway, that's kind of go deep with the on top of the nose, and then cut out underneath the nose, and you can keep going with these teeth. You can make that eye any shape you want, but this is basically this is a good basic way to start. I'm going to use this little V tool to accent these bags underneath of the eye and makes them look more like an eye. So I hope you get the picture. And you can round this off a little bit here. That top brow, you can just paint it, whatever color of hair you're painting. So I hope this, I'm going to have to pause you a minute here, and I want to get another tool here to show you something else. Hang on. Okay, you can make that nose like any shape you'd like. It can be long and skinny. Over here on the side of the eyes, I like to take it a little deeper, and that way you can, that brings them out a little bit more. And take these kind of sharp edges off the nose there to give it a more round look, and you can go under it a little bit there and take that chip off to give it a little bit more to show that wing, the wing of the nose there. Carve it up on the side. Take this number 9 and give it a, number 11 or a number 9 is good also. Give him that nostril there, both sides. Give it a little bit of more of a nose look. And yeah, if you want to put teeth on the bottom and you don't want to do the tongue thing, you can, let's take them. They want to be up underneath of the bottom, underneath of the top teeth. They don't want to be the same size or anything. And you can take this, make another stop cut down here, deepen that a little bit. And you just make it like a couple, 2 teeth there, that's all. And over in this corner, do your plunge cut thing. both corners if it's not deep enough there. Make a stop cut there and just kind of do a little slight angle cut there and separate those teeth, and that pops right out. Like that. I like to take and where these teeth join together, give them a little more not quite so straight look. I cut a little out of each side that way. So that's like your the basic eye. I mean, I'm hoping you can see it as well, or if you can understand what I'm trying to say here. You got the this up here where it's still got black, it's going to be your eyebrow. You can make a take some of that out on over top of that and leave your brow. Okay. So you can do this with a knife. And that'll be your brow. And over here the same way. You can see the brow maybe a little better. And just keep working on them. Working on it. Work those teeth to make them have a little bit of separation. You can get carried away with that. I've done that before. Just take little slivers out of there and say up here where it's joins, you can give them a little depth that way. And around this bottom lip off a little bit. Watch your grain, because if the grain catches a little catch, you can cut that whole darn lip off. And then ruin the whole carving. See that it's starting to dig in that way, so I want to move over here and go this way. Just keep working on those and try to get some depth in there. And you know, this is going down. So anyway, this other one's a little easier to see. The first one I did as a sample. There's a different hunk of wood also. So anyway, that's the idea. You can modify this or change it any way you like. You know, this kind of eye here is, you know, that's like down in the mound there, and this one kind of goes all the way over to each end. So carve something every day, you know. Try to carve, like, even on these little corner carvings. It doesn't even have to be this. This is a 2x2 that I cut diagonally, but doesn't have to be that big. The biggers are, to me, are a little easier to work with because you have more, you know. It's not the real tiny eye. If you used 1 inch, you would have to do a lot of practicing to get it to look good. And same as on this corner here. Kind of take a little chip out of there to where the mouth ends. So underneath of this bag here is another good place to put take a chip out. Give that a little depth there, and over here on each side where it goes underneath. That helps bring it out a little bit. And on both sides, you want to do that on both sides. I try to carve away from the eye. If you try to carve like this, you can cut into the work you've already done, and that's by mistake. And so if you carve away from it, you're safe. And you kind of just round off those eye pouches there, and the more you do, the more you're going to develop a style of your own eye style. So but I'll say if you carve something, or just, okay, I mean, this didn't really take me that long to do, and you can do it too. You just got to practice. Take a seminar if you have that opportunity. Just take a seminar and sit with people that have done hundreds hundreds of carvings in their time, and of course these teeth don't have to be perfect because it's a caricature. I also made a video, if you check back, of carving the Toothy smile, and tried to explain it, how I did it, and these guys here. Every face turns out a little different. So I mean, in each piece of wood, look at how this is basswood also, but it's a darker color, and came from a different shipment. So that's the way I carve eyes. So carve something every day. Don't have to finish it. Just try to carve on something for 30 minutes or so, or even 15 minutes if you don't have 30 minutes, and you'll just watch yourself improve as you go. And of course, any questions you have, I mean, I'm no expert at nothing. I'm just learning, just like you. I just came back from a tutorial in Lebanon, Tennessee, Renegade Woodcarvers Roundup, and carved for 5 whole days with excellent CCA carvers. So if you get a chance to take a seminar, I highly recommend it. And thanks for watching, and please subscribe, because I need more subscribers. So appreciate it if you do. Thank you very much. Okay, here's another thing that these smile lines, they come out from the top of the wing of your nose, and you can do it with Vito. This is like a little 3/16 Vito or something like that, and that kind of gives them a cheek. On each side, and these smile lines will be different depending on what kind of mouth you're going to carve on him. And if you were going to carve ears, you could say carve these ears right here like this. And the chin comes right up into the bottom of the ear. And you want to line that ear up with the top of the eye there. And maybe bring it down to around even with the bottom of the nose. Well, let's just go ahead and carve. Just give them a little shape there. See, that's where they're going to be. And kind of round them off a little bit there. If you want ears. I don't always carve ears on these corner carvings like this, but just doing it here for show you guys. Just try to make them somewhat symmetrical here. Kind of plow them out here a little bit. And you can go around and kind of make the inside visible. And this is what I'm talking about, that short distance. If you got your hand there, it can get, you can poke through that little short thing when you're with these sharp knives. Just take a little sliver out of there, that's all you need. You don't really need a, there's a bunch of ways of carving ears also, same as the eyes. So just keep your hand up here where it's out of danger. I'm going to be taking a class again next weekend, as a matter of fact. So, Conowingo Carvers is my club that I belong to. And we have some excellent carvers that give tutorials in our membership. So if you do that, you know, you might want to round off this part here too, these corners, and like I say, this is kind of a practice thing. You can put a hat on him, you can give him hair, you know, you can do anything you want. Yeah. And just take this. This can be deepened with a stop cut and a take out a sliver. Each that way. You don't have to go around the whole thing at one time. You can just do a little bit at a time. It's okay. You can give him a frown, you can make him mad. If you give him a frown, or if he looks mad, these smile lines won't come way out like that, because your mouth is going to be different on a frown. They're going to come more straight down, and everything's going to maybe bend down that way. So anyway, that's I just wanted to had a couple of people say they could use a little demonstration on how eyes go, and so this is just a quickie here that I'm making today for you. So like I said, carve something every day, watch yourself improve.